Well, hello everybody. Close this door here. Welcome to another live video. A guy with a guitar. David Sawyer. My name is David Sawyer. I guess it's just going to become a thing I'll tell you every night. I don't know what I'm going to do. The fact that I don't know what I'm going to do, I've got this scrap paper here that I thought I would just take time to, as I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, what I'm going to write, I would just tear it apart. Actually, it has part of a sleigh back here. I had a caricature job at Christmas time. And it was pre-printed, and I had a few pieces left. So anyway, I'm just tearing it up, tearing it in pieces, thinking about what I'm going to write. I think I've got 2 books with some scripture in it that I thought would be nice, but I'm just sort of indecisive. I don't know. You ever get that way? I'm that way a lot, really. I really have a hard time making my mind up about a lot of things. Let's see, I'm gonna cut that one more time. I wait. I don't know. I'm sort of a procrastinator. I am that. Oh, and I'll wait till the last minute. Sometimes I've got all my ducks in a row. But anyway, so wouldn't it be easier to have scissors? Yes. But really, I make straighter. I do straighter lines when I just tear it. Really, it's a little rough on the edges, but that's okay. Sometimes I like to soak the paper in coffee, and it kind of gives it a little different texture. So I'm just going to launch right into it. Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to write, but I'm going to write I've got a little book here. Actually, it's a Max Lucado book, Walking with the Savior. But there's it's a Psalm 52:9. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to start writing it. And because truly, I really love to do this. I've just never had an audience when I've done it. Now, I've done these videos, that are edited and all that, and I can speed them up and all of that. But to actually just launch into this, truly, it's a writing jam session. And generally, what I do, I just pick a word. I pick the first word. The first word is God. So I'm just going to write God real big and thick, like that. God. And I have just a bunch of pens, and that I just decide, I think I'm going to just do a little thinner one to start out here. And I kind of let the first word kind of drive where I'm going. God, I will thank you. Hey, I'm not reading any of the comments here, but what are you making? Hi, hello, y'all. Welcome. I think you're kind of coming in and coming out, but I appreciate the comments. Let's see. God, I will thank thank you. And you know, it's just totally spontaneous, you know? I mean, it's like whatever word you're drawn to, or you think it needs to be a little more present, you know, take the pen according to that and do it. But don't get too wigged out about doing it perfectly. For what you have done, I will thank you forever for, and I just kind of fill up the space with these letters. For what? And sometimes, most of the time, I feel like I'm messing up, but I just try to keep going, you know? So I think I'm going to put you here. Ooh, I'm going out on a limb, though, for what you... yeah, I will thank you forever for what you have done. Ooh, I'm going to make that H a little bigger. For you have... There's no way, there's no certain way. There's just not. God, I will thank you forever for what you have done. Period. Welcome, everybody. I'm sorry I don't read the comments like as quickly as I can. I should, but I appreciate it. Okay. With those who worship you. Oh, let's see. I want to get a little thicker pen again. Let's see. You know, I just kind of decide how far over I want it to be, and just kind of stick with that, you know. With those who worship you. I don't just love that, how I put those two dark lines together, but I'm going to follow through with it, you know. Ooh, and I'm going to make you, I'm going to fill up that whole line. Just like that, because I can, you know. And so I'm going to put a comma. Ooh, my music's kind of breaking up on me. Whoa. I will trust you because you are good. That's what's got to come next. So I'm looking at how my letters are hanging down. I will. Ooh, I might be able to. Let's see. What am I going to do here? I will trust you. Trust you because you are good. you are I'm going to make that E all the way. I'm going to fill that whole line up, and then I'm going to put good as the last word. Nobody told me to do that. You know, you just feel it. And respect. Oh, thank y'all for the comments. Thank you for tuning in, for being here. I left it. I thought in my mind I was going to try to center it on this paper. But you have a couple of choices. You can, well, many choices. Actually, I could actually cut the paper off, but I don't think I will. Sometimes a little off-centeredness is good, you know? I think I'm a little off-center myself. So now I'll put the address. Psalm 52, 9. And then I put a little bow tie or something there, and then put a few little dots. I'm the dot guy, I admit it. I've got this thing about the dots. You know? It's all right. It's gonna be all right. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead. If you've been tuning in a little, I've had a few of you tune in a little bit, and I appreciate it. But I kind of go all the way around with them, and I'm going to do that today too, just because. Seriously, I've got a little notebook that I do some of this stuff in, and it's a little different when I'm trying to do it like this in front of everybody, but it's kind of more fun when I just didn't know what it would be like, because like I said, I've done edited videos, but the live stuff this is different. Hi, Genesis and Squid Game. Hi, Squid Game, it's amazing. Oh, I love your drawing. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Do I have any other drawings? You know, I do. I draw some on my iPad, which I'm sure if some of you draw, you probably use Procreate. I use that a lot. And I've been drawing live caricatures for the last few years, and that is, I'm just learning all the time, but I give it all away. Sometime maybe we'll do some of that. But I'll tell you what I find, it sounds so weird, but this is as much for me as it is for you. Yeah, really, I mean, just sitting here and, it's just what I do. I've been known to drive the people around me crazy in the house, tapping on things. New sub and like, oh, nice. Okay. So, I'm kind of talking to myself, but I kind of peek up at the comments. I haven't got my system down perfect. But anyhow, I'm just, I've been trying to log on here between 10:30ish, and I'm going to do it again tomorrow. I've got to be out of town tomorrow. I play some music. And my daughter plays, and we're going to go down. I don't even know where we're going. We're going down near Zavala, Texas. I've got a friend that's got a thing going on at a church down there, and we're part of the music. And so we're going to leave early in the morning. And I suspect my goal is I'm going to take my little camera set up, and I'll do a video down there where I try to do it'll be the first live one that I've done outside of my house. So rambling man, rambling. All right, well, it's I always tell people, you don't know how these are going to turn out. And any one of you, your writing may be similar to mine. It may not be anything like it, but you just take a pen, different thicknesses, and just start writing. And the thing is, you'll get discouraged. Now sometimes I'll just flat out misspell something. And then I always start over when I do that. But sometimes, you'll have this, actually, God. I wrote, if I had this to do over, I would have put God over a little bit further, But, I didn't. So, but you just work with it, and you just keep going and just see what you come up with at the very end. So it's just kind of a little, I don't know, maybe I like to think I do sculptures. I don't think I could ever do that, but it's just a that little thing that comes out different. It's a little song, a little jam session, if you will. So there it is. That's Psalm 52:9. It says, God, I will thank you forever for what you have done. With those who worship you, I will trust you because you are good. And it's easy sometimes to fall into a rut when things don't feel so good. And you got to trust. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. You know what? I've got a little time. I'm going to write one more just because I had two in my book. So I'm going to write another one. I appreciate you guys coming, but I'm gonna set this one aside, and it'll be a short one. I'm gonna write another thankful one. It's Psalm 52:9. And I think I'm gonna just tear my paper down just a little bit. So far, I kind of like to do vertical. That's been kind of my thing. I've been into that. Hi, Nancy. Great drawing. You can make a star next to God. You are right. Ooh. Could make a star there. And I put the dots there. Let's see. Probably. I wished I'd put the star first. Yeah. Put a star there. That may not be exactly what you had in mind, but all right. Well, thank you. All right, that's a good idea. All right. Let's see here. So now I'm going to just tear this. Maybe I just tear my paper like this just to drive everybody crazy. I really sorry if it does. Oh, well, let's see here. Thank you. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see. I've got to get the right. Where was I? Oh, no, I just wrote Psalm 52:9. I'm going to write out Psalm 73:26. talks about my flesh and my heart may fail. Won't read the whole thing. I'm just going to start writing it because I find myself just repeating myself, and that really might drive you crazy. I don't know. So my flesh, let's see here. How do I want to do this? So you just, there's no marks on this paper, but I just decide that where I'm going to put I'm going to go my flesh. My flesh and my heart. And I'm going to make look, I'm going to spread it out there, see, because I didn't really know where I was going, but I kind of want to fill up that line. And you don't have to do that, but that's just kind of my style, I guess. My flesh and my heart. I'm going to make heart a little thicker. My Sharpies, I don't know if any of you draw, you know how Sharpies are. They're Sharpies. Sometimes I can count on them and sometimes I can't. I don't know. My flesh and my heart may fail. Flesh and my heart may fail. This one's a little boxier. May. But God is the strength. So do I want but to be a little bit God, yeah. But it's going to be. But God. How am I going to do this? See. But God is the strength. But God is the now, I really think I wanted strength to be down here. So, and I didn't bring that E all the way over. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to write strength, and then I'm going to kind of extend those letters up. It's all just, I don't know that my grammar or that my writing teacher would have liked that. But strength is going to go, and the strength, and then that letter, then it's going to kind of curve up. And is the strength, but God is the strength. Like that, see? Is this God, but God is the strength of my heart. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart. Strength. God is the strength of my heart. Oh, how I need to remember this. And when did you learn this style? You know what? I think sort of think, years ago, I always liked how an architect would write, but I don't think I had the mind to do that. Many moons ago, I lived in Nashville, and at that time, I worked at Kinko's. Y'all remember Kinko's copies? The strength of my heart. God is the strength of my heart. I worked at Kinko's copies, and I worked in the middle of the night. I was third shift. And, I had to get the jobs done. But during that time, okay, so heart, I probably should have brought it over a little further, but I didn't. The strength of my heart. And I'm going to do this. But anyway, people would come in, they'd come into Kinko's in the middle of the night, and sometimes everybody was trying to make it in the music business, and they would make their cassettes back then, and we did a lot of hand-drawn things. I would do some things like that. Lettering, I would hand letter some stuff, too. And so, I don't know, a lot of this kind of might have come from that. The strength of my heart and my portion forever. Sorry, I'm just totally getting distracted. And my portion. This live thing, it's like people come in and out of the room, and I'm sorry if I missed you, if I didn't say anything, but I'm so grateful y'all are here, and appreciate you. But I do understand you gotta go, you gotta move on, but I appreciate it. Let's see, in my portion forever. There we go. My portion forever. And that's Psalm 73:26. Psalm 73:26, and I've been putting a little bow tie on there. And I'll add some dots here too. I may not put quite as many as I did on the last one. If you're just joined in, this is the second scripture that I've written tonight, and I usually just do one, but I'm digging it. I like to do this because it's just making me sit down and do it. If there are so many things in my life that, I kind of claim to do and I want to do it, but I just don't. I find all kinds of ways to just be busy, and I never do what I really love. And though I will say I have always made time to do a little doodling, and I love to play the guitar, and so I have made time to do it. But sometimes it's an effort, and I don't know what it is that you do, all of you, but you just just stay at it, you know. And but I just I was doing this when I was in school. When I should have been paying attention, you know, like. But I don't know. So I said I wasn't going to go with the dots all the way around, but I am. Hey, it's 10:45. I think that's right. 10:46. So I'm about to wind down here because I need to go and get my car packed because we're gonna leave kind of early in the morning. Then I need to get in bed. But I'm sort of a late nighter. But I'm gonna wind this thing down here. And once again, thank you all for coming today and being a part of this live video. I'm still learning how to do it, really. Learning how to do it live like this. But it's a lot of fun, and it blesses me. So there you go. Psalm 73:26. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. You guys have a wonderful night. Get you some, whenever you go to bed, get some sleep. I stay up a lot, and so I understand if you're a night owl. And be blessed. And hopefully I'll see you. Hopefully we'll talk again. All right? You guys take care. And good night.